Hi, everybody. Welcome back to week 3. I got to start this week with some bad news. Okay, Bristol refused to sleep during her nap, and unfortunately, she was found guilty of resisting arrest. Thought you guys would appreciate a dad joke. It's been a while since you heard some of my dad jokes. I hope everybody's doing well. I still miss you guys, and I'm still hopeful that we have an opportunity to get back this year. But if not, this is the course we're on, and we're just trying to make the best of things that we can. I wanted to start with a quick review of last week, the Lost Colony of Roanoke. And I really appreciated reading the cases that you all made as to what happened to the colonists at Roanoke. So that was pretty cool. There's many different theories, and we're not exactly sure. My theory is that they moved inland and just kind of became engulfed in a Native American tribe inland, and were just never heard from again. But anyway, the key thing that I want you to take from last week's activity is that the lost colony of Roanoke was a failure. And the reason that that's important is because as we move over here to our new digital agenda for this week, pull this up here. It's not doing. Anyway, you'll see that we are starting with what's going to end up being the first successful English settlement here in the Americas with Jamestown. Right? And you see the LEQ. How did the colony of Jamestown impact English colonization in America? And we're going to build some background knowledge this week. We'll talk a little bit about the location, some of the struggles that they faced, some of the key figures, what the relationship was like with the natives, how did they get the economy going. All that will be involved in the activities that we're doing this week, April 13th through April 17th. I want to point out the announcement here that Wednesday at 2:30 we're going to do a Google Meet video chat where you'll have an opportunity to hop on using this information here. You click on this link and use this join code, and we'll be able to video chat. And from there, I'll be able to answer any questions that you have, or we can just say hello. I threw one together last minute last week and had a couple people join in, and it was just cool to see everybody and just say hello. It only lasts a few minutes. But again, more personalized and give you an opportunity to ask any questions that you might have. Okay, for this week, the first thing that you're going to do is watch the screencast, which will be posted right here. But guess what? You're already watching the screencast, so you don't need to worry about that. Now to the activities for this week. The very first thing that you need to do is create a Brain Pop account. Okay? So you click on, the steps are here listed. You click on brainpop.com. Click on the enter code. You can see the arrow pointing to it right there. It's difficult to see, but you'll see it on your screen. It says enter code. You're going to enter the code PARK1669. Okay, that will tie you to my classroom. Then this is really important. In step 4, don't put any login information in. You're going to click sign up now, and you can see the arrow pointing to that right here. Okay, that will take you to the final step where you're going to complete your registration, where you'll create a username and password, okay, and try to use your Google stuff. I put an example, FlayJ as my username, and then my password, capital RL, blah, 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 exclamation point. Probably a good idea to write this down somewhere as well. Once you have created and completed your registration, then it's very, very simple. Okay, all you have to do is come down here and Jamestown Part 1, you're going to click on this link right here. And Brain Pop is pretty cool. A lot of you have probably seen it before. It gives you about a 5-minute video clip. At the end, there will be a quick quiz. Now, this is not a graded quiz, but it just allows me to see if you completed it. But you just try your best on the quiz. Okay, then there's a Jamestown Part 2. You'll do the same thing. Click on this link right here. Watch the video. Answer the quiz. Again, not graded, but you always want to try your best. Okay, and this will start to develop some background knowledge about Jamestown. Okay, the third activity is called Jamestown in the Beginning. Okay, and this is a reading and a response, which we're going to do. The first thing I'll ask you to do is open up your class period. Okay, click on your link, and it will take you to this document. This is where we are putting our information. Okay, then you're going to bounce back. You're going to scroll down a little bit further, and here is the reading. And I think it's a really good idea to come up here to the upper right-hand corner, and you'll see a little icon that'll come up that says pop out. We're going to click on that, and it will open it up nice and big for us. Okay, the very first page, you're not going to have to worry about. That's just a review of Roanoke. You're more than welcome to read it on your own if you'd like. Okay, but we are going to scroll down and start here on page 85 where it says Jamestown Colony. So the first thing that you're going to see here is it says Jamestown Colony, relative location of Jamestown. Describe what it is around, or, what it's close to. So you're going to find that information. Where are we? In this very first section. Okay, so again, this section right here will give you the information that you need to tell me what Jamestown is close to. Is there anything familiar today that we can say, Jamestown Colony was located close to this? Okay, and that's what you'll put over here. Okay, you're going to have to double click. Oh, it's not working for me. But yeah, there you go. Double click because everything is saved in a drawing here. And this is where you'll actually be able to type in your answers. Okay, so relative location, Jamestown, what it's close to. You'll see the next section. I'm going to get out of this because I don't need to actually put my answers in. The next section says a difficult start. And I wanted to point this out because when you come back over to your document, you'll see the section entitled a difficult start. Okay, so this matches up with this right here. Okay, so we are going to use this section to answer these questions. Who is Jamestown named after? Tell me 2 problems with the swampy area where Jamestown is located. And then, why was the colony on the brink of failure? Okay, so again, all 3 of these questions are going to be answered with the reading of this section right here. Okay, then we have another section called starvation and recovery. Okay, and you'll see that right here. Starvation and recovery. So we're going to read this section, and that's what we're going to use to answer these questions. Okay, I want you to describe John Smith in your own words. Okay, what was his beef with the gentlemen of the settlement? Name 2 ways he helped save the colony, and make sure you include his famous saying, which you'll find in the reading, as one of your 2 answers right here. Then, I want you to describe the relationship between the settlers and the natives. Be sure to include the following names: Powhatan, John Smith, John Rolfe, and Pocahontas. These are 4 of the key figures of the early settlement at Jamestown. Okay, so I want to make sure you include those in your description. How close was the colony to failure? And then tell me why you think it was as close as you think it was to failure. Okay, please incomplete sentences. And then the last thing is tobacco and economic success. And I'm asking you to summarize this section. You'll see it says page 86. Okay, so you're going to read this section right here and just write a brief summary. Okay, so remember, a summary would be if you were explaining what you read to somebody who didn't do the reading. What do you need to include for them to understand what it was about? And then you'll write that in complete sentences. Okay, so this entire activity for week 3, all 3 of these, the brain pop and the Jamestown reading here, will take you less than an hour. And probably some of you will get done in 30 minutes, all of them. Some will take, 45, 50. But it should be less than an hour for everybody. So once you've done that, make sure that you submit this document. Okay, that is key. Okay, that is saving me a ton of time for those of you who are submitting or turning in your documents, so I don't have to go through individually and scroll down and make sure that you've done it. So please, please, please turn in, submit your work. All right. But again, you'll see here, congratulations, you've completed week 3. We are all in this together. So, as much as we all hope that we get back at some point this year, we don't know. That's still up in the air, and we got to make the best of this. We're all in this together. And please make sure that you email me with any questions. I'll post the number, the phone number where you can reach me. It's called a Google Voice number. It connects to my phone, but it's not my actual phone number. But that is something you could call me on if you have questions. And then please join the group chat on Wednesday. I think that'll be really cool to see everybody. So stay safe, keep your sanity, get outside, get some exercise, and hope to see y'all really, really soon. Peace. Sorry, it took a little while for that to come up. All right, now, peace.